Welcome to my show. It's me, Driti, bringing you the top news from around the globes that are making headlines. So, let's start with it. Iran refuses on-camera US meeting. That's right. Tehran rejected appearing with the US officials before cameras during nuclear diplomacy here. While this particular move signals deep mistrust despite the ongoing indirect negotiations. Oman becomes silent diplomatic bridge. Oman once again hosted sensitive back-channel US-Iran nuclear talks. The Gulf nation continues playing neutral mediator between the bitter rivals. Nuclear deal goes still haunts the talk. Iran remains angry over Washington's 2018 withdrawal from the nuclear agreement here. Sanctions returning after the exit continues to shape Tehran's negotiation stance. Iran sets red line for negotiations here. Tehran insists that nuclear talks must remain political and not military-driven here. Missile programs remain non-negotiable in Iran's diplomatic framework. Israel factor intensifies nuclear crisis. Israel continues warning that it will not tolerate a nuclear-armed Iran. Military strike option remained openly discussed in Tel Aviv security circle right now. Trump policy shadow looms over talks, while the massive pressure doctrine still influences the US and Iran relationships, while Iran sees sanctions and military buildup as negotiation intimidation. Back-channel diplomacy quietly continues. Despite public tensions, secret messages between Washington and Tehran remain active, while both the sides are cautiously exploring the possible compromises. China land purchases trigger US security fear here. Chinese-linked investment near sensitive US military bases are raising the alarm. Well, investigators suspect possible intelligence gathering through real estate positioning for now. B-2 stealth bomber base sparks spy concern here. Property linked to foreign investors reportedly surfaced near Missouri's Whiteman Air Base. The base hosts America's nuclear-capable B-2 stealth bomber fleet. Crypto mining facility raises nuclear surveillance concern here. Foreign-linked crypto infrastructure appeared near the US missile silos region. Security agencies, they fear advanced signal tracking disguised as commercial activity. Wind farm project scrapped over military radar fear. A proposed turbine project near the US pilot training base was halted. Officials feared interference with radar and aircraft monitoring system is a possibility. New START treaty collapse raises nuclear rivalry risk. The US and Russia arms control limitation are weakening rapidly. Global nuclear competition fears are returning to the Cold War level. Wizz Air flight sparks Israeli military alert. A London-bound aircraft was forced to return after a mid-air security threat here. Israeli fighter jets escorted the civilian plane to Tel Aviv very safely. Israel aviation security operation at maximum alert. Authorities treated the flight incident as a possible hijack or terror risk. Passengers underwent intense interrogation and security screening post-landing. Incident occurs amid Netanyahu-US security talks. The aviation scare coincides with sensitive US-Israeli diplomatic engagement. In the meantime, regional security coordination remains a key discussion point between the two. Britain deploys F-35 stealth jet near Iran zone. 6 advanced British stealth fighters move to Cyprus's airbase, while the deployment strengthens NATO's rapid response capability in the Middle East. Rafik Rotary emerges as strategic Western launch hub. The Cyprus base offers quick access to the Middle East conflict theaters. It has historically supported surveillance and strike missions. Israel reportedly pressurizing US for Iran strike. That's right, sources suggest that Israel is urging stronger military action against Tehran. Washington remains cautious while weighing strategic consequences. Iran warns of regional retaliation if attacked. Tehran says that any strike will trigger multi-front responses across the region. In the meantime, officials warn conflict could quickly spread beyond the national borders. Guided sea mines claim raise the naval security fear. Well, speculation suggests that Iran may be deploying mobile underwater mine technology. Now, such weapons they could threaten the major US naval assets if confirmed. USS Abraham Lincoln remains key US strike symbol. The nuclear-powered carrier continues operations near the Middle East flashpoint, while its presence serves as both deterrence and strategic pressure. Strait of Hormuz faces renewed security anxiety. Nearly 20% of global oil shipments passes through this narrow waterway. Well, mine warfare risk. It could disrupt global energy supply chain. US deploys nuclear-capable B-52 bombers to Qatar. Well, the bombs strengthen America's long-range strike readiness. Analysts view the move as both military preparation and negotiation leverage. Al Udeid base becomes central US command nerve center. The Qatari facility allows rapid air responses across the Middle East. Positioning bombers over there, it signals high-level strategic readiness. Supreme Leader Khamenei skips key military ceremony here. That's right, for the very first time in decades, Iran's top leader missed Air Force anniversary event. The absence has triggered global speculations about security or strategic messaging. US military buildup surrounding Iran intensifies. Carrier strike group, bombers and naval forces, they are increasing their regional presence. Well, analysts described it as one of largest recent force confrontation. Iran claims US offered controlled strike proposal. That's right. Iranian officials allege Washington proposed a choreographed, limited attack. The US has not confirmed the claim though, rising the diplomatic controversy. Russia foils alleged assassination plot against intelligence general. Russian authorities claim Ukraine-linked operatives planned a covert attack. Arrests reportedly took place in Moscow and Dubai. Intelligence warfare expands beyond the borders here. Modern conflict increasingly involves espionage, cyber operations, and covert sabotage. Global cities are becoming new threats of intelligence rivalry. Iran warns US military movements are under constant surveillance. Iranian commanders say that every American deployment near its border is being tracked. Tehran stresses readiness for long conflict while still leaving space for diplomacy. And with that, that's a wrap up of our 30 news bulletins from around the globe. From the United States to Iran, from Qatar to Saudi Arabia, the world is changing and so is geopolitics. And me, Driti Atri, on TimesXP is here to give you all the latest updates that matters the most. See you tomorrow.